Hello, this is Catherine Jewell for Blue Hat TV. Transforming gem rough into gemstone art is a passion for internationally known award-winning gem carver Sherris Cottier Shank. A jeweler for 12 years, Sherris tells us about her career as a gem carver.
One day I read an article by the great Henry Hunt on gem carving, and I thought, I could do that. And so I bought his book and I started working with it. What I discovered was that I was inspired when I cut gems in a way that I wasn't inspired when I worked with metal. So I started carving at home, thinking that I would just do gem carving as a hobby, and pretty soon I realized it was my true passion, so I quit my job and opened my business, and here I am 22 years later, still carving gems, still loving it. The reason that I really fell in love with gem carving is because the rough talks to me. When I hold a piece of rough, I can just feel what it wants to be. I'm starting with a piece of rough that has an energy all of its own. And when I hold that piece of rough, I get a picture in my mind of what that piece of rough wants to be. And sometimes the picture just like flies into my mind fully formed, and I just think, oh, it wants to be this. Sometimes I just get a feeling like, oh, I think I need to go this way with this piece of rough. So there's a real communication between me and the gems that I really didn't have with metal. The gems are alive, they have energy, they carry a real power, and I feel that I am sort of the person that transforms or translates that into the beauty that they really want to be. So it's a very personal relationship that I have with the gems. I was raised in Toronto, Canada, and my parents collected Canadian Indigenous arts. And a lot of the Canadian Indian and Canadian Eskimo work is very line driven, so that you will see that in my work as well. A lot of my work is very line driven. There's a major curve, and then there's things that flow off of that, or there's a major line, or there's things that flow off of that. So I would say outside of the jewelry world, that has been the major impact on my style.
We moved to the bench for a closer look at the gem carving process. Sherris uses a fixed arbor, abrasives, and a water drip to carve the gemstones.
When you carve a stone, you have to refine the surface over and over and over. So you take it through multiple steps of sanding with higher and higher grits of diamond sandpaper. And eventually I will take this up to 50,000 grit. At the moment it's at 1200 grit. When I'm working on a gem, I'm always working with a water drip because that keeps both the gem and the tool cool, and that is very, very important. This carving arbor is a very simple motor with a Jacob's chuck attached, and I put the tools into the Jacob's chuck so that I can put a small diamond cutting tool in here, or I can put various kinds of sanding tools in here. It's a very simple setup. But like any tool, it's a matter of how well that you use it. I hand hold all of my gems. I don't use any dop sticks or any other holding device. And I like to work this way because I'm always aware if the gem has been overheated or not. Plus, I just like to have the tactile touch of the gem. And unlike many other cutters, I work the whole surface of the gem at once. But this is a very pale amethyst. It's called Rose de France amethyst. Carving a gem is a little bit like the process of developing a photograph. At first you have something very rough, and then little by little the details start to come up, and then suddenly you have a beautiful finished product that is absolutely glowing. It's really a delightful process to watch. When you realize that you start from a piece of rough and you end up with a beautiful finished gemstone, I never get tired of this process. I just never get tired of this process. I absolutely love it. It is just one of the great glories of life to watch these come to life.
The carved gemstone sculptures enable the jeweler to create a truly unique work of jewelry art.
This beautiful pendant is a carved amethyst and a carved peridot. The peridot is a Pakistani peridot, which for my money is the best in the world. It has those beautiful lush tones and no yellow overtones. The amethyst is a Uruguayan amethyst. It has very rich color. They're both pavilion bottoms, so they drive light back through the top of the gem. The necklace was made by Mary Jo Turner, who is an artist from Birmingham, Michigan. This is a Madagascar pink tourmaline. It's a very unusual tourmaline in that in sunlight it's more pink and in incandescent light it's more peach. It's set in an 18-karat gold mounting made by Corinne Perez Garcia from California. It's very simple and very elegant and very sculptural, and it's a beautiful and comfortable ring to wear.
If you would like to see more of Sherris Cottier Shank's carved gemstones, visit our website at gemscapes.com. You may view additional Blue Hat TV videos at bluehat.tv or visit our regular website at bluehat.biz and click on the video blog link. Thanks for watching Blue Hat TV.